beyond goddamn pretty. You look beyond goddamn pretty.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel where I post video related content. If you guys are new here, my name is Aline and welcome to the video. So for today's video, we're going to be doing Girl Talk episode 3. Finally, we're going to be talking about friendships and relationships and how to maintain them, how to build strong relationships and stuff like that. And I did post on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me there, please follow me right now. I posted on my Instagram if you guys wanted to know a specific thing about a friendship, a relationship, and family members and stuff like that. And you guys asked me some pretty good questions, which I was like, okay, wow, like I'm happy to be answering these questions. So we're just gonna hop straight into the video because I don't want to waste any more time. I am filming pretty late as usual. Before we do, don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below and hit that notification bell to stay updated for every time I post. Let's go. Yeah, just in talking about friendships and relationships and family, I just want to quickly mention that people are placed in your life for a specific reason, and if a person is removed from your life, do not question it. That people are intentionally placed in your life and intentionally removed. Think about the way your friendship has evolved or has deteriorated, and you'll see that this friendship was not meant to be kept, if that makes sense. So right off the bat, I just want to say that I really value my circle of friends because I know that they are genuine people that I would love to keep till the end of my lifetime, you know? Like, these people are going to tell it to you straight, and that's what's a real friendship. You want someone that doesn't beat around the bush about anything, that can tell you things and you don't get hurt by it, and vice versa. Like, you can tell them things or they tell you things, and you want to be able to have a valid communication between you and this person, because think about it, it's your friend, it's not just a stranger. Like, you value their opinion, so it's important to establish very good friendships. And for all the people that are watching this that are in high school or maybe even in college, don't worry if you keep losing touch with some certain people, because at the end of the day, you're going to establish your friendships, I would say, in college, because in high school you're still figuring yourself out. You don't know who you are yet, and you don't know who your friends are. A lot of them come and go and they act fake with you. They just want to get to where they want to get, and they use people in the process. And in high school, that's normal. If you don't have those established friendships right now, it's okay. You will get them eventually. I would say friendship requires communication. It requires trust. It requires being reliable. And those are the 3 main things. If you can't be honest with your friend, then there's a problem there and you need to fix that, or you need to check yourself. And also, you need to love yourself. I stand by this. You need to love yourself before you can love anybody else. And that goes in a friendship too. It's not only in a relationship. Yes, it's important for a relationship, but it's important for a friendship too. I think I'm gonna go with the questions first, and then if anything else comes to mind, then I'm gonna add it in between. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the questions that you guys asked me and just go take it from there. I just wanted to have, like, you know, a good communication about friendships and relationships and toxicity. Toxicity is really an important factor because a lot of the times we carry like toxic friends with us and we make excuses for these people, but at the end of the day, they don't really treat us right, and we don't want to keep carrying negativity around us. That's not what we stand for. So I'm going to start with the first question. I wrote them down, as you guys know, in my famous notebook. Spill facts on how to spot a fake friendship. We're starting off strong. How to spot a fake friendship. Number 1 is when they always seem to start some kind of drama when it could be resolved with adult conversations. So let's say, for example, that the friend doesn't like the way that you act towards them in public and stuff like that, and instead of talking to you about it, they go and start all types of drama and talk shit about you to someone else. That's when you know that the friendship is fake, because you're not talking to me about it. And if you don't tell me, and I always stood by this ever since in high school, I always stood by this: if you don't tell me what's the problem between us, how am I supposed to know? If you don't tell me what I'm doing wrong, there's no way of me knowing. Talk to me about it. Communicate about it. Don't just go start drama for no reason and then I'm left in the dark, you know? Another way to spot a fake friendship or relationship is to pay attention to cues when you accomplish something and how they react. A lot of the times people would say, "Oh, I'm happy for you. I'm so glad you did this," but then they go and talk shit behind your back. That's not being happy. Or then they say, "Oh, I'm so jealous. I wish I had this." that's not a real friendship. Your friends are supposed to be genuinely happy for you and, you know, be motivated by your accomplishments and vice versa. Like, I really am motivated when my friends accomplish something. I'm like, yes, you did that. You know, I'm proud of the accomplishments that people make, and I don't want people to think that, oh, just because this person has accomplished this at this certain time, like, oh, I'm supposed to be there too, I need to get there too, and you know, bash them in the process. Like, that's not how friendship works. You are genuinely happy for that friend because they worked hard and you helped them get there, and vice versa, they're gonna help you get there as well. So that specifically is a way to spot a fake relationship or friendship, is when that person pretends to be happy for you but they're not actually happy, and then you start seeing their movements, they start to move funny, and that's something to pay attention to. Next question is how to build a strong relationship, friendship or relationship, or you know, family connection. So how to build a strong relationship? First of all, it starts with yourself. You have to be able to understand your flaws, your way of going about things, your life, and the way you love yourself is really, really important. That's number one. Number two is to, like I said previously, it all starts with the same thing. Communication. Communication is number one. If there's a problem, talk about it. If there's something that you don't like, talk about it. If there's something that you appreciate, talk about it. Communication is a freaking factor into everything. And if you can't communicate properly, then you're not going to have a strong relationship or friendship. Relationships take work, okay? It's not going to be easy, and you're not going to agree with everybody. You can't have the same opinion as everybody, but that's how friendships and relationships work. You listen to the other person's point of view, and you take that, you take both points, and then you come to a common ground. Another way to build a strong relationship or friendship is to have complete honesty. And I know it sounds obvious, but a lot of people are not honest, and if you can't be honest with your friends, then you can't be in a friendship or a relationship. Honesty is another key factor into having friends or having a relationship with your significant other, or even with your family members. If you can't be honest with them, what does that say about you? You know? Okay, so someone asked me, how is your love life? My love life is fine, non-existent, but fine. I just want to say that I love myself, but I do want to say that I'm really, really happy, especially 2021. Like, I've become such a happier person, and there's so many great things happening around me and like with myself. And I just want to say quickly that I really appreciate all the support of everybody that commented on my last video, that sent me messages and said, well, congratulations, I'm getting your new car. Like, I really, really appreciate those messages. I got really like emotional, but I didn't like cry. I was emotional because I was like, yes, I made an accomplishment and people are aware of that, and it just made me happy to see like positive messages, which is great. No, I'm not seeing anybody, obviously, and I'm okay with that. Like, I really enjoy my life right now, and if there were to be someone that comes into my life, I'm not gonna be opposed to it at all. I mean, I'm not getting any younger, so that's one thing. So I have a question that says, what did your last relationship teach you? Okay, so right off the bat, I'm just gonna say it, like, my last relationship ended in 2018, so it's been officially 3 years that I'm single. My last relationship taught me, number one is to love yourself and to know your worth. That's the number one thing, know your worth. And shortly after that breakup, that is when I got this tattooed on me, know your worth, because I feel like I kind of lost my worth in that relationship, and I hate to say it, but you never want to lose yourself in a relationship. You want to be able to build yourself and grow stronger and grow with that person. And I feel like with that relationship, I lost myself along the way, and I put in so much work. You know, you shouldn't have to put in that much work when the other person is not putting in that much work. So it felt like it was all on me, and it taught me, after that breakup, it taught me like, okay, you're not supposed to be putting in this much while the other person just stays the same. You know what I mean? Don't ever disrespect yourself for a person, okay? Never do that. Never. How to balance me time, friends, work, family, etc. Well, you know what I find is really beneficial? This. I suggest everybody has a calendar or has like a planner, whatever. If you have it on your phone, great, but I like to write things down. And write down, one day is for me, the next day is for my boyfriend or girlfriend, the next day is for my friends, and then just balance it out through the week. If you need to tell them, look, today is my time for myself, tell them and explain that this is your time. That's it. Self-care is important. Just remember that. Okay. This is a good question. This next one. So this question says, why do we give our partners so many chances but not our friends? And, I've questioned this too in the past. Like we tend, and I'm just generalizing because it's most of the time. I'm not saying it could not be the case for you, it's just a generalization. We tend to give our partner more chances than our friends, which I don't understand why, especially when your friends have been there for you through everything, and then their partner comes in and treats you like shit, and then we say, okay, I'm gonna give you another chance, or I'm gonna let you prove yourself. But why do we do that? But then with our friendships, we don't. I still try to question that. I mean, I personally don't do that, if I have a problem with a friend and they have apologized, or even I have apologized, and we're trying to fix things, I will definitely give my friend another chance. But in a partner, I'm kind of the opposite. It really depends on the extent of the behavior and what the person has did. If it's something small, then obviously we're going to give our partner another chance. But how often do they redo it and then you keep accepting it? That's where the issue lies. And I'm not a believer in giving multiple chances, because first of all, I give you the first chance and you do it again. What does that say about me? I keep accepting that kind of, that's emotional abuse. Regardless, that's emotional abuse. And you don't want to go through that in a relationship or any type of friendship or any type of relationship, sorry. We try to do everything for that person because, once you love someone, it's hard to let that go. But at the same time, are you helping yourself? You're actually losing your worth. One thing I do want to mention, and this was actually suggested to me by my friend, when we're stating that we're going to be there for someone, it's easier said than done. And we have to match our words with our actions, you know what I mean? So if you say that you're going to be there for someone, when that person needs it, be there for them. Be there if you can. Even if you can't be there physically, you can be there emotionally. A phone call, a text message, something that you know that I'm thinking about you. A simple text message, people do not realize a text message means more than giving me my space. So send a text message, give them a phone call, say, look, I heard that you were going through this, or I know you're going through this. How can I help? Simple things, like really, really simple things. And another thing that she also mentioned, which was a great point, not waiting for someone to contact you if, let's say you haven't spoken to this person in a long time, and you're just going to be like, oh, I'm going to wait for them to text me because they don't text me back. We have busy lives. It's 2021, guys. It's 2021. A lot of people are working 2 jobs, 3 jobs. I just spoke to a friend that I haven't spoken to in a long time, and he told me that he works 3 jobs. 3 jobs. If you think about me and say, look, I haven't spoken to Aline in a long time. If we haven't spoken in a long time and you thought about me, send me a text message. I do the same thing for a lot of people. A person can be going through something so tragic and so personal and you don't even know. Sometimes they don't even tell you right away because they're going through it. It's hard to message people and say, look, I'm going through this right now. I'll message you in a few days, blah, blah. Sometimes it's hard. Just because we don't say it right away doesn't mean we're not going to tell you. But at the beginning, when we're going through it, it's hard. So if you don't hear from your friend, shoot them a text, give them a call, say, are you doing okay? Because I haven't heard from you in a while. Now, maintaining positive relationships, you don't want negativity around you, right? Now, you don't want someone that's constantly negative and, degrading. Once you have that in your life, then you become that person, and you don't want that. Like, you want to stay positive at all times. I know it's easier said than done. Like, sometimes we feel negative, and that's normal. But if you're negative all the time, No, if you're negative, please don't stay around me, because I'm not a negative person. Generally, I'm not a negative person. If I do get negative, then I try to snap out of it right away. But if someone is always negative, put them in check. You know, put them in place and say, look, I don't like how you're negative all the time. You know, is there something we can do? Is there something you're going through? And try to fix it, you know. But negativity is not for me. And it's not for most of us. If you're gonna be negative, then you could see yourself out. And that's also how I maintain positive relationships, is because I don't entertain the negative. And if you're negative all the time, I'm gonna put you in check. I'm gonna ask you, like, what's up? Why are you so negative? Like, I'm really that straightforward, honestly. I'm gonna tell it to you how it is, and if you can't handle it, then I'm sorry, then you're not meant to be my friend, because I don't want to sit here and lie in our friendship. And that just goes back to honesty. I'm telling you, everything is just intertwined. Yeah, so I think that's it. I wanted to just touch upon the main points in friendships and relationships. If there are any other questions that you guys want me to answer, or if you would just want to talk about, and if you want to give any advice, leave them down in the comments. I'll be glad to read them and answer them. Let a bitch know. I mean, hey, you know, I'm not an expert on this type of thing. I'm just giving my honest opinions and like my experience and how I went through life, and I hope those really help you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you guys did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to be part of my Diamond Squad. I'll see you guys in the next video.
You make a man get